Welcome back to Character Select. Dave and V back for more Max Sexy Gentleman business. And apparently we have a problem because, Madame, it appears that the opera is shut down because the dancing bears have developed a taste for human flesh. Should we aid the police?
Nah, fuck them.
We could lend them our best tranquilizer gun, but otherwise we shouldn't get involved. We can't tolerate this insult to the arts. Let me teach those bears a lesson with my bare fists. Or, those bears used to dance, but by the time I'm done with them, they'll sing too. Let me go.
Fanny definitely seems like the bear wrestling type. From what we've seen of her.
That's fair. Unfortunately, she is our main recruiter.
She deserves a little treat.
I mean, just a little treat.
A little day trip.
Alright. Punch and punch. So we're losing 24 every time we punch, but we're punching for basically 90. 88. Ooh, wait. Hold on. Get out of there. And... cheering crowds? Yeah, perfect. Now we're not losing anybody.
Nice.
People are like, I've got 700 employees, and we're like, yeah, fuck them.
Correct.
Victory! Alright, so now Angel is making us bank. And soon Cassius will be too. Keep punching, we're invincible.
Oh, flowers by the orphanage. Orphanage 2?
Orphanage 2, the second one. Boop, and boop. Getting there.
Ooh.
Oh, stranger.
Fanny Shufflebottom spring outfit or business-made Eastern Bee outfit.
Ooh,
Both excellent choices.
let's go with the spring outfit. That'll be rolling around eventually.
Oh, that's delightful.
Mm-hmm. She looks good.
Put that on.
I'm ready.
Alright, so we no longer have invincibility. Which means we're losing employees pretty quick, but we're still hitting for 90. So we got this one at least.
Wreck.
Ding! And then we just gotta get some more people, and we can do this one.
Clean Lee's rail.
I don't wanna. Why can't Lee clean his own rail?
Right?
Alright, how much are you making? 1,800 monies.
I'm sorry, but we don't provide that service here.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
We only buy money. That is our business.
Occasionally we turn money into gold.
That too. But we don't have that set up yet. We don't have our factory up and operational yet.
You're right. Let's get that set up and operate. Max Gentleman, Gun Moses, or Bon Bon Von Valentine?
Let's get Gun Moses in here.
It's good to be back, madame.
Ready to work.
If taxes are going to be a thing, we... Oh.
Yep, got the factory now.
There we go.
Who would you like to accompany you today?
Let's go with Gun.
How about a game of spin the bottle to pass the time? Because why would we get the person that we actually, chose to?
Oh, some random.
Sure. It's Fanny Shufflebottom. Smooch. Oh. I hate spin the bottle. It's the least fun.
Yeah. Just random. Random for random.
Alright, once she's done making money, we can go over to recruit employees.
Break time.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Tired. You need mustache.
But he's got
Yes,
so
women.
much already. Look at that beard.
I know,
Mustache
right?
and beard.
His mustache has hit levels. His mustache has gone to plaid.
I'm in tip-top shape.
Crime. Do you see crime?
Oh, right.
There.
He's behind the train station.
Got him. Couldn't see him, but I got him.
Ready to go.
All of our people get Moxie back so quickly.
It's because of that family heirloom, ain't it?
Yep. Get one more punch.
Just round it out.
Get two punching.
I do believe I'm ready.
Easy. And time for more rubber. And exquisite tea.
Okay.
Consuelo's steep dildos.
Oh.
Didn't even notice that. Didn't even see it.
Okay.
Gun,
mustache
you get-
wax.
Yeah, and also Cassius, actually. That's not a
Yeah.
bad choice for both of them. And then Angel, because this gets more money. Yep. Okay.
It's kind of funny to imagine her wearing both an eye patch and a monocle.
She wears
Oh.
the monocle over the eye patch.
Flowers by the orphanage.
Okay. We'll get those in a second. Madame, a circus proprietor and exhibitor of curiosities, claims to have a real siren corpse within their display. It's surely a fake. Let's craft a better fake to put in the factory and scare employees into working faster. That's going to be a morale hit. I would go purchase it for you. It would be marvelous in your personal no peasants allowed private museum, or conclusive proof that such creatures are real, allowing me to go on an expedition to catch us our own.
This does seem kind of like a Vicky Lestrange type
Then that is what we will do.
adventure. Don't forget the
Uh,
flowers.
flowers. Thank you. Pit. I continue to ply you with money in the form of flowers that I got for free.
We just plucked them off this cart.
In a jiffy.
I really should be concentrating on punching now that I think about it.
Oh yeah.
Ready to go. Just for you.
Gun bringing his guns.
I'm on it.
Does have some buff beef.
I'm ready. Ready to work.
So we're losing. Oh,
Hello,
again?
stranger.
Oh!
I'll let
I
you browse
thought you
my
were the
exotic
smut
goods
peddler.
for a small fee.
I'll be back to you in a second.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this could be bad. No, we're fine. We just need a little bit more punching.
Another win.
Ta-da!
Oh yeah.
Exquisite tea. Alright. So we've now taken over the gigantic district. How quaint. You think just because you made it this far you stand a chance? Unlikely.
The only tea I drink is liberty.
Cortex will be paid up in no time. Which district will be yours next?
Old District gets us a glass boot, which increases the lobbying rate at the pub. Which means that we still spend the same amount of mustache, but it goes faster. Or the straight razor, which increases grooming value in the barbershop.
Oh, both good for what we're trying to do.
It's true.
Das Boot.
Das Boot it is. Alright. First up is... Oh, we have... traits. Lovely. So, this person needs to be
Already?
punched by Pip. Aha, we've done it. Another district down. I had a theory that the powers of hell were being channeled into our realm via your rival's business holdings. And wouldn't you know it, in the basement of the district boss we just defeated was another hellish altar with some sort of dark relic. It was remarkably reminiscent of where I first found Cassius. I took the liberty of destroying everything. I don't claim to understand how all of this divine stuff works, but a good smashing is pretty universal. Is that safe? Cool, what sort of dark relics? If I'm hearing this correctly, the latest business trend is dark relics? Maybe I should look into getting one.
That last one. Love it.
That is highly ill-advised, madame. The only reason I can handle these relics is because my soul is already offset pretty far in the opposite direction. Madame, please promise me that if a celestial being comes to you with a deal, you won't take it. Of course. I promise I won't make any deals with any gods until we sort this mess out. No promises. Anything to stay competitive.
Of course. I mean, yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that drama.
Of course. We still need to focus on the crux of this predicament. Business? The whole cleanse a misdeed exit clause thing? Sexy business?
Sexy business. Excellent.
What does that even mean? No, if you recall, I'm trapped in a contract with Heaven. And based on my loose translation, there is an exit clause involving some past misdeed of mine? Right then, perhaps we should start by listing out all of your past misdeeds. That's gonna be a problem. You see, I'm a bit of a, lawless thief, criminal mastermind, underworld kingpin, queenpin?
Queenpin.
I was gonna go with Puckish rogue, but yes, essentially. You see, I commit crimes as effortlessly as a painter paints, a fish swims, or a child falls down the stairs.
Wow.
It's second nature to me. Holy
Oh,
shit.
man.
Oh my god, this game is just like, yeah, we're running at an 8, and then suddenly 14, and then back to 8 immediately. My criminal record is innumerable. Name a crime and I've done it. I believe you. Is that a real challenge? You know I can't turn down a challenge.
You know. You know.
Go on then. Name a crime. Shoplifting, resisting arrest, rude gestures.
Resisting arrest.
Duh. Come on, ask me a hard one.
Tax evasion.
Of course, mere child's play.
Giving to the poor.
A hobby of mine, yes.
Oh, okay. Have you stolen candy from a baby?
The stories they tell about that one down at the precinct.
True neutral murder, if that's even a thing.
Punks who don't want to get murdered shouldn't run their mouths off.
Wow.
There's so many choices that are good.
Running a red light while wearing an obscene hat and flicking off the authorities?
She smiles and nods.
That's oddly specific.
Fighting on unsanctioned grounds.
Yes.
Oh, now you're just making me nostalgic.
Farting and blaming it on the dog.
Sure, but I don't think that one is technically a crime. What if we were just look up your actual criminal record? I regularly have that scrubbed, although maybe set on fire is more accurate. Can you recall any particular crimes that you feel bad about doing? I'm not exactly the remorseful type. All of my so-called crimes were justified as far as I'm concerned. Think of me as a modern-day Robin Hood, but sexier. Fuck over the asses and give to the rest of the classes. I'm still working on the catchphrase. Well, that's all well and good, but we need to do something to fix your so-called misdeed. Sure, let's put our heads together. I'm open to ideas. Are there any crimes you've committed that could have had unintended consequences? Perhaps a few reverse crimes will offset your karma. Maybe you could try feeling remorse?
Let's go with these reverse crimes. I'm intrigued.
A reverse crime? That does sound more my speed, but I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. We let a crime happen to you, thus counteracting your own crimes. The opposite of a crime is a law. Let's create a new law. Can we unmurder someone?
Can we unmurder someone?
I like where your heart is at right now, but I think your head might be broken.
I mean,
Can we get away?
That's fair.
Maybe we can get away with this on a technicality. What if I stab someone and you perform a last-second life-saving surgery? Let's get Vlad involved. He seems like the type to be down for this.
Vlad, let's do it.
You give Vlad a visit. You're in luck. I was just about to reanimate this poor fellow I found clogging my drain. Did you forget about the costume?
Yeah, just him being so ripped with that face and that top hat. The fucking
tuxedo mask.
Tuxedo mask top.
Strapped to a miniature electric chair is a very dead-looking rat. You can do the honors yourself if you'd like. I'm mostly here to observe. Angel shrugs and flips the switch. A blinding amount of electricity fills the room. You all wince as you stare at the rat carcass flailing about in its little chair. It's working. It's moving. The room explodes with a bright flash followed by sudden darkness. At first, silence. Then you hear tearing and skittering. No! Don't let it get free! There's no accounting for its bloodlust. In the darkness, you struggle to decipher the cacophony of skitters, screams, and crashing. When the lights finally flicker back on, the room appears destroyed. Vlad is nowhere to be found, and neither is the rat. A rat-sized hole chewed through a wall is your only clue as to the results of the experiment. Is that a good thing we did just now? Wasn't I supposed to be doing something good?
Uh-oh.
Well, that was a spectacular waste of time and resources. I don't think it had any effect on my situation. Any other bright ideas on how to unburden my soul?
Are there any crimes you've committed that could have had unintended consequences?
Are you implying that a single person should not play judge, jury, and executioner? Do you really think one person can be trusted to understand what's best for everyone in any given situation? What? No, I would never. The rich are obviously more qualified to make these judgments. I only picked two to play it safe.
I agree with that first one.
And the legal system is any better? Remind me how that rigged trial that landed you in Cassius's dungeon
Oh yeah,
went
no. That applies to both of those.
Touché. Okay, but you stole the paperwork that would have exonerated me. We cannot rely on individuals for justice.
She did steal our paperwork.
It's true. Touché. But it was because we had a bigger plan, and it worked out in the end, so maybe we should just get back on track here. Alright. Let me just quickly think back on some of my crimes. Well, I suppose there is a realm of possibility where setting fire to the old mill could have hurt someone. And there was the time I poisoned the London water supply. Or that time I intentionally put a cat in a tree. Do any of those sound like they could have somehow spiraled out of my control when I wasn't looking?
Definitely the poisoning thing, at least.
Why did you burn down a mill? How does poisoning the water supply not scream consequences to you? Oh no, that poor kitty, you monster!
It's like, part of me wants to say the kitty thing, but on the other hand, the poisoning thing seems like a pretty big, obvious one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see how you might think that. I guess I should explain myself. Basically, there are a number of individual buildings dumping their waste into the river. The officials were taking too long, bickering about whether or not these various chemicals were going to be more harmful to the populace or the economy. Blah, 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 so I forced their hand. I made sure the water that reached their homes would make their days extra shitty. Lo and behold, after a district-wide case of severe diarrhea, new regulations were being enforced within the week. But it wasn't an exact science. I do imagine there were a number of innocent bystanders shitting their pants. I suppose we could see if anyone shit themselves to death? You and Angel go around asking people about the great pants shit thing from a few years back. Everyone recalls the day vividly. Well, I hate to admit it, but it seems that because of your actions, not only is the city's drinking water safer, but you inadvertently saved this district's pants industry, which was on the verge of the collapse at the time. Quite the coincidence. Huzzah! The ends justify the means once again. Sounds to me like I was right all along and you probably shouldn't question my tactics. Doesn't seem like there are any misdeeds on my end here. What else you got? There's a new option, which is maybe if you and Cassius have sex, your positive and negative charges will equalize.
Oh my. I'm gonna let you pick here.
I want to see if they're gonna have sex. That's your answer for everything. There's no way repairing the rifts in our eternal souls could possibly be that easy. Right?
Unless...
The door bursts open with a lusty gust of wind. Cassius stands in the doorway, his shirt torn into tasteful tatters that reveal delicious glimpses of his heaving, sweaty chest. Angel swoons so boobfully that her bosom pops the buttons of her blouse. She wilts with a hand across her brow, and Cassius catches her in his throbbing grip. Cassius, the sight of you in your pecs and chest has given me the vapors. I tore my shirt to shreds when I realized I could no longer spend a moment without you, my darling. Oh, Cassius, how I have dreamed of the day you would pin me against your rock-hard abs of hardened steel. Now take me into your arms and against the wall, you handsome devil.
I know what's going on.
Cassius and Angel kiss, tongues battling in a wild animalistic lust that cannot be tamed. Angel thrusts her bountiful bosom upward, gasping bustily as Cassius rips her clothes asunder. She twirls her finger in his deep, labyrinthine chest cavity of man hair. I could never have prepared my heart and loins for the way your heart and loins feel against my heart and loins. Nor I mine. With coxsome strength, Cassius lifts Angel from the ground and pins her dickfully into the wall. Yes, oh yes, let us consummate our love, my love. Yes, my dearest of darlings, let us tear away our past and fuck our way into a future together. Cassius lets out a cockful holler as their libidinous lovemaking threatens to tear down the walls of the society that has constrained them. As they embrace, they realize that their souls are free, and the power of love was the answer all along. With the main narrative hook of the story being completed early, everyone went home and the story was finished. They all lived happily ever after.
I knew it! This screamed Gun Moses' writing.
Anyway, what do you think? It's just an outline for proof of concept at this point, but I think it could work. What the hell was that? Was that supposed to be me? That was absolute garbage. Well, this is a work in progress, but any criticism is appreciated. First of all, the character's motivations are absurd, and who talks like that? Your flagrant disregard for established adjectives bends my brain. It's called creative license, you Philistine. Just consider it is all I'm saying. I'll just leave you to it then. That was absurd. It would never happen. Is that all you got?
She blushed.
This doesn't seem like it's working. You're right. I don't think the bad deed binding me has anything to do with my unconventional, extra-legal lifestyle. I suspect we're not going to be able to break the contract without a proper translation of the text. I'm not particularly versed in ancient languages or celestial law. However, I might have an underworld associate who is. Is it Vicky? I know Vicky. Great. Let us go speak with them post-haste. Why do I feel the butt coming on?
Yeah. Is it Vicky?
I already tried asking for her help, but apparently this just isn't the same kind of thing. And then she got insulted that I think all this supernatural junk is the same. Luna! Everything is fine. Chill out. I don't know if you can hear her meowing, but it is very loud.
I've been listening. She is a very, very vocal kitty.
She's just playing. That's all she's doing. And then she got offended when I called it junk. And then it felt like the eyes in the jars on her shelf were judging me. Anyhow, no, I don't think Vicky can help us with this one. So I think our only hope is my other associate. Unfortunately, she, threatened to stuff my ass down my throat and pull it back out of my ass if she ever saw me again. My goodness!
That'd be impressive.
But it seems like we're going to make any headway on this curse. We'll need all the help we can get. I'll get started on a peace offering for my associate and see if I can track her down.
An Asaboros.
You best get back to work defeating your rivals. With each conquest, I can think a little more clearly. Thanks for helping me out today, madam. It might not have been very fruitful, but at least we were able to rule a few things out. I'll get started on this new angle. Angel makes her exit through a window as usual. Old-fashioned. Okay, so next time on Character Select,
You insist.
we're going to make money. We're going to destroy our rivals. We're going to visit the merchant. And Pip's going to punch some motherfuckers. As you do. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And V? V? You muted?
Yep, apparently I muted myself.
It's probably fine.